two children, two sons, and my parents, both my parents. And I'm telling you, the loss of Ted, I think about him every day. I mean, because we did so many things together. You know, when you have a younger brother or a brother, it's always, you know, you and him together. There's nothing but digging a hole in the ground. I mean, we fight one minute, next minute we were like a husband and wife, we'd be making up. And I guess it's gonna last the rest of my life, because like I said, I think about him every day, something foolish that we did. And I'm sure that if he had the opportunity, if he was standing here instead of me, he would say the same thing. I mean, I love that guy. He was my best buddy. And I promised him I would keep it together today. So, love you, man.
I was the youngest, only daughter, and my brothers always said that I got over, I was spoiled, I was rotten. I didn't believe it, I didn't admit it until I was in my 20s. But with two older brothers like these, it was easy to be spoiled. It was easy. Bill just told you about how Ted would cry because he was going to get a whipping the next day. And that one would tell our dad, Daddy, don't whip my sister, whip me. And that's probably the earliest memory I have of always knowing I have two brothers. When Story called to say that they had found her dad cold and unresponsive, I was immediately in denial. No. And I started praying for the technicians, the medication, the equipment. Lord, no, not my brother. And I guess it was the Saturday before Easter. And I had the nerve to sit in church on Easter Sunday, angry at God, because he had taken one of the first loves in my life. God allowed me to be silly for maybe a few more hours until he reminded me that God loved him more than I ever could. God had given him to me, allowing me to enjoy two brothers who loved me for 73 years. And all I could think about was my loss. And then God reminded me how much Ted loved the Lord. So it's really not a loss. Our parents raised us right. They didn't just talk the talk, they walked it. And my brothers, we all have different paths. But I thank God for the family he placed me in. And here at 73, I can proudly say I've been spoiled by the best. I've been loved by the best. And as I take my seat, on this day, 1 year ago exactly, the other love of my life, my husband of 43 years, slipped away in his sleep. And as I was telling Story about the significance of this day, only God could have set this up. To bring me back to this place, and just a few feet away at Columbia 7. God has truly blessed my life. with the love, not just of parents, godly parents, two brothers who loved me and helped Dad spoil me. And now as mom and grandmom and Gigi Nana, I have no regrets. Thanks, Ted. And yeah, we didn't start calling you Ted until you were grown. For the years that we were growing up, you were always Bubba. And I guess because William couldn't pronounce brother, that was as close as he could get to it. But Bubba, we miss you, we love you. I'm glad that we had 73 years of sharing wisdom, you sharing and me listening. Story, Kristen, Justin, you guys are blessed beyond measure to have had a dad like this.
I wrote this for you, Dad. This is called Eyes That Talk. I once feared the gaze of your eyes, the command, the force of them set me spinning. Those eyes asked questions a fool could never answer, but it was your love and care for your viewed subject that would make them want to do better. Not all were willing to rise to the task. Some are content on wearing their masks. Your eyes would ask, will you ever grow? Are you willing to question what you think you know? Can you venture out into the unknown without a human guide? Or will you continue to trade truth for lies? The venture requires shedding insecurity, to find oneself confident even in obscurity, never positioning as one with authority without a double dose of true humility. You would ask me, what about that pride, as you continue to stare at me with those eyes? A question, a single question test, but it's the litmus for learning all the rest. Admitting in life we could always be wrong, but that doesn't make us lost or our chances gone. It means our compass may be a little off. A single degree can change the whole plotted lot. So he said, be brave enough to survey. Count it off, be conservative, don't waste your money. Gear up, arm up, shoulder some weight. Don't afraid to manifest being great. If a snake should bite, take the higher road. It's never a good idea to explode. The climb up the mountain may require being alone, but don't fear the silence, set your own tone. The clock is ticking, have an answer for every talk. And if you don't right now, release what you thought. Earn the trust people place in you. When you leave a room, make sure it looks brand new. Take care of things and they'll last a lot longer. What doesn't kill you now will make you stronger. Abide in the power, promote peace and love. Know the Creator is with you just as the stars above. Though he challenged, he did it in love. The question is ours if we chose to give up. Or did we rise to answer all the questions inside those beautiful brown gazing eyes? I venture to say most of us took aught with the list of difficult questions he got. But it's not too late to grow and change, to let wisdom come in and take the reins. The logic behind staying in the power is not letting circumstances dictate the hour. To every problem lies a solution. Meditate, ponder, bring a resolution. Not a cheap loan or a quick fix, but something long-lasting that will prove as legit. It must answer the question every time to be a solution considered just fine. If you understand this, you'll always make it. There'll never be something too toxic. We'll miss you, Dad. You've transitioned into the unknown. Continue to go boldly on your journey home. But know you've left to the clock counting, your series of questions forever marching. In my heart, you'll never part as you sojourn on. Little by little, each minute passes on. You know the answers, your soul is at peace. Thanks, y'all, for letting me speak.
friends, this does conclude the service for today. We want to thank you for coming out and supporting the Brown family.